Find the derivative of the following functions f of x, g of x, and h of x. Observe that all of these functions are composites of functions. They are the composite of simpler functions, but they all have something in common. There is a function inside a power function. There is a function inside the radical function, but the square root is a power 1/2. And so we will use the general power rule. The derivative with respect to x of u to the n power is n u to the n minus 1 power times du dx, where du dx is the derivative of the inside function. What this means is that we just simply observe and recognize which one is the inner function. For part A, the inner function is u equals x squared minus 3x minus 1. And so du dx, which is the derivative of u with respect to x, is 2x minus 3, where we use the difference shortcuts with 3 terms. The derivative of x squared is 2x. The derivative of 3x is 3. The derivative of 1 is 0, so we do not need to write this. The derivative of f of x is now f prime of x equals, we pretend this whole block as u for now. And so this is the power. We bring down the -5 and we lower the power by 1. -5 minus 1 is -6. But we keep this block intact, x squared minus 3x minus 1, which is u. What do we do with this u? We multiply its derivative, but its derivative we found is du dx, which is 2x minus 3. If we were to simplify this, we would write -5 times 2x minus 3 over x squared minus 3x minus 1 raised to the 6th power. But there is a good chance that we will not need to rewrite it because the original function is given to us in the negative power, and so we will leave the answer in the negative power. For part B, u, the inner function, is 0.1x minus 4.2x to the -1. Its derivative du dx is the derivative of 0.1x is 0.1. The derivative of -4.2 times x to the -1. -4.2 is the constant multiple. X to the -1 is the power. We bring down the -1 and then rewrite x and lower the power by 1. -1 minus 1 is -2. Simplifying this, we have 0.1 plus 4.2 x to the -2. And now g prime of x is, again, we treat this as one whole block raised to the power 0.5. Using the power rule, we have 0.5, rewrite the block, and lower the power by 1. 0.5 minus 1 is -0.5. Keep the inner block intact, which is u, 0.1x minus 4.2 x to the -1. We then multiply the derivative of this inner block, which we found it, 0.1 plus 4.2 x to the -2. And this is the final answer. If we need to rewrite this, then this is simply 0.5 times 0.1 plus 4.2 x to the -2 over 0.1x minus 4.2 x to the -1, and then raised to the 0.5 power, where we made the negative power positive by bringing it down to the denominator. For the last part, C, we first rewrite h of x equals the square root of x plus x squared as x plus x squared raised to the 1/2 power. And we see that this is the power, and so we're going to use the power rule. We recognize that the inner function is x plus x squared, whose derivative du dx is 1 plus 2x. The derivative of h of x is therefore h prime of x equals, we treat x plus x squared as the inner block, and so we bring down the 1/2 power, lower 1/2 power by 1, 1/2 minus 1 is negative 1/2, and we keep the block x plus x squared inside, this is u, and then we multiply the derivative of this block u, which is 1 plus 2x. Simplifying this, we have 1 plus 2x in the numerator. In the denominator, we have 2, and then x plus x squared raised to the positive 1/2. If we do not want to use the rational power, we can rewrite this as 1 plus 2x over 2, and the 1/2 power is the radical x plus x squared.